annoying person you know is going to get mad for you buying this instead of pirating it and playing it off emulator.
What is this?
So this this is Nintendo being Nintendo.
Oh, as they do.
Yeah.
All right, so
So
today on Nintendo Sucks. Go ahead.
today on Nintendo Sucks, you can pick up Pokemon Fire Red for 19.99 or Leaf Green for 19.99. What are these? These are Game Boy Advance games that are 22 years old.
You're kidding.
No, right? And the shills are already out defending this bullshit. That's what I was looking at earlier, like the first thing that came up
Mm-hmm.
when I was looking at whatever. I mean, I've lost it now, but I happen to have looked at it and was like, just stop it. Shut up, guys. Uh, but anyway, my 2 cents and all that is like, imagine shilling for a game that is 22 years old now being resold to you for $20, especially when the system has a built-in emulator with games from that system already on it. So, okay, the thing that was wrong, right, that I looked at earlier, I just remembered what it was. The guy called them a remaster, right, which isn't what's happening. As far as I'm aware, it's just the standard game, just
Just
put on
playable
the
on your port.
Switch.
Yeah, it doesn't
With
look
the
particularly
Switch port.
amazing.
That's it, right? This is a Game Boy Advance game.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what it looks
now
like. I mean, dude, that doesn't even look like a Nintendo DS game.
no, it's not. It's not. It's a Game Boy Advance game. It was before the DS.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, they didn't even like upgrade it enough to look like it's from the DS era.
No, but to be totally honest, this was one of the better errors for Pokemon anyway.
You say so.
So I'm not going to really complain about that. I
I will.
liked this particular era of Pokemon. Um, but the egregious thing is the fact that they are selling it to you for $20 a piece. And if you have like Nintendo home or Nintendo the internet version of Nintendo, whatever they call it, right?
Mhm.
It's like
Nintendo
fifty
Live, I
nine
think it
ninety
is.
nine or something a year. I forgot how much they charge for it. Um, you get like these emulators essentially for free. You get the Super Nintendo stuff, you get the Sega Genesis stuff.
Mhm.
For some reason, they have a deal with Sega Genesis where that's on there. You've got Nintendo 64, the Super Nintendo, the NES, the Game Boy Advance, and I think they were putting the GameCube or something on there. I can't quite remember. And yeah, so they're essentially just emulators on the Switch and the Switch 2 that
Mhm.
has a library of some of these old games on it.
Of
Okay.
course it is.
So
Why
there's
wouldn't
already
it
a Game
be?
Boy Advance emulator on the Switch 2 with a variety of a few games on it. And instead of putting this on there, like they probably should, they're selling it to you separately for $20 a piece.
It's look, I'm not against companies making their money, but this is just like, look, this is not worth it. That is not worth
And
that
there are
price.
shills defending it.
Look, the thing is, I'm one of those people that's like, if you want to buy it, you can buy it, and I'm gonna call you an idiot, but you can buy it. You can like it. You can eat that slop and think it's great. I'm gonna respectfully disagree. Just like pineapples on pizza, it's wrong, but you'll
And you
be
know what?
happy.
I'm just gonna play it right
Oh,
now and not spend 20 fucking bucks on it. Because yeah, you're right. I am gonna say emulate the fuck out of this. Seriously, you should not pay Nintendo jack shit for
yeah,
this to
I'm
be
gonna say if I
re-released.
paid $20 for this on my Switch, I would be pissed off right now. If this was the opening screen, I would be full of pissed off.
But anyway, no, I'm sure they went ahead and they bumped up the resolution too. I didn't do that yet because that requires me to actually go into my emulation settings, but I don't play the emulator enough to really worry about it, right? Uh, but no, like this guy
But it's
says,
like they're gonna
the
be
most
mad at you.
annoying
I'm like, "I'm
people are
not
going to
mad
get
at you.
mad at
I will
you
laugh at you."
for spending $20 on a game you shouldn't be spending $20 on it. Like I can take the, I can play it right fucking here.
Yeah.
Like, look, you know what? You talk for a second. Give me one minute.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that these people have a tendency towards overemphasizing what the reaction is. They'll go, "These people, they're so mad. They're raging." I'm like, "No, I don't like that, and I'm saying it's stupid." This is like at least 20 stages of rage that I have not quite even touched. Like, you don't know what raging is if this is what you think raging is. Me saying, "That's a dumb idea. That's not worth that price." I mean, this is like saying I'm not gonna pay $50 for a pair of socks. That's just stupid. Like, I'm not gonna do that, and if you do it, I'm not gonna be mad at you for paying $50 for a pair of socks. I'm gonna say, "Unless those socks are magic, that was a dumb price. That was a dumb purchase." And I think that the guy that sold that to you for that price is a bit of a shyster. And I think with those powers combined, that's kind of, that's kind of sad for society, but, I'm gonna just not spend $50 on socks and call you a moron and never ask you for financial advice. But mad? No, nobody's mad at you. I'm annoyed with you now because you're saying that I'm mad and you're trying to, like, project onto me some sort of investment into what you do with your life and your dollary dues. I don't care. Waste all of your money, and when you wind up on Caleb Hammer, I'm gonna cheer for him to yell at you, and it's gonna be really, really funny. 'Cause, you don't you spend all your money on bullcrap. Sorry. Uh, Good
I
times,
refilled it
man, good
earlier.
times.
Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, it's just frustrating being misrepresented constantly by, people just because you happen to have a disagreement. Like, nobody's mad at you, homie. Like, you can live and be well, alright? You do you, boo. But, I mean, I'm just not gonna say that what you did is particularly smart because it wasn't. It was retarded, and I think that you're retarded.
I can't figure out where I just saved this damn thing at. On my phone.
Old man Zio is trying to technology live.
That's the thing. I don't know where
Real
I
time,
saved it
y'all.
at.
Real time. What is he doing? Probably trying to just, like, up the resolution on this emulator.
No, I realized I have a GBA Advance emulator on my phone, but then I realized I don't have any ROMs on my phone
Oh.
for the GBA. So I went ahead and downloaded one real quick, and then I can't figure out where the fuck it put it because it did not put it in my download folder like it's supposed to.
Sometimes it does, and it just takes a minute to show up. It's really, really weird. It's really weird and annoying. My downloads thing says that as well. I
Yeah.
can't see that.
Let's
Old
see. There
man
we go.
Zio. Oh, Final Fantasy Adventure?
Yeah. I mean, that's a Game Boy emulator, but the point
Mhm.
still stands for the most part.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I
It's
remember I
like
played.
I can go ahead and take that. They're going to sell you $20, and
Mhm.
you absolute retards are going to go out there and and eat that shit up when you shouldn't. Like,
And look, and the thing is,
you should
you're
definitely not buy this.
thing is, and I'm not mad about it. I just think it's stupid to do, and I think that that makes, Nintendo, it's like, "Ooh, you're kind of predatory," because that's what that seems to be. I mean, I purchased some Game Boy Advance games on my ooh, was it on my DS? I don't remember. I played it on something because I wanted to play, Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of, Songs? Whatever. There were a couple of Zelda, Game Boy Advance games that came out, and I wanted to play them, and they were like, I think less than $5 each, and I was like, "Alright." And the thing is that even then, I'm just like, "That might be a little bit much," but I don't have a Game Boy Advance, and I'm not gonna go on the interwebs and try and find something to download, so, for me, that was worth the price, and that's fine, and, if someone wants to be like, "That wasn't necessarily the best price," that's okay. I think it was, and if someone wants to spend $20 on a 22-year-old game, that's okay, you can do that, but I
No,
don't think that that's
it's not
necessarily worth it.
okay.
That seems like it's too much for what it is.
Like, maybe if they were to sell it for $5, maybe
Yeah,
10 bucks most. $20 though is ridiculous.
yeah. I mean,
But yeah,
even
like
$10 is
even
pushing
this,
it.
even this person is self-aware enough to go, I pay you guys for a subscription to GBA games, which haven't gotten anything in a hot minute.
Yeah.
Like, And then, of course, you've got people who reply to that, and it's like it gives everyone access to these games. Yeah, they could just pay for the damn subscription because guess what? Guess what? Guess fucking what?
What?
Okay, in
What?
order to do anything online with your Switch, you have to pay for their internet thingy, right? If you
Yes.
pay for their internet thingy, you automatically get access to the GBA library that they give you in that GBA thing. And of course, the thing here has access to Pokemon Home, wireless club trades, and all battling and stuff like it originally did back in the day,
Mhm.
which requires you to pay Nintendo for their internet home thingy.
Yeah,
You
it's
can't
really, really
got it unless you're playing Fortnite. Fortnite is like literally the only game I think on the Switch that you don't have to pay for the home thingy to actually use the internet with. Mainly because Epic, made that a free thing, and I guess told everybody they were going to sue them if they didn't allow it to be workable or something. Uh,
yeah.
so,
Well,
like,
it's
that's the only thing you don't have to pay for.
yeah, and that's it's just
But yeah, so this
that's actually why I remember Chad had wanted to play gosh, what was it? He was like, "Oh, you need to download Among Us." And I was like, "Alright, well, my Switch is right here. I'll just buy it on
Goose Goose
Switch." It was
stuck.
hmm?
Goose Goose stuck. Okay, continue.
So I bought it and I was like, "Alright, fine." And I downloaded it and then it was like, "Oh, you can't play this game on this without having Nintendo Live." I was like, "Uninstall." I went and purchased it on Steam and had no problems.
Yeah.
Um, and then we didn't wind up playing it because, I missed the time because I'm an idiot. But I don't like social games anyway. I'm not a game person. I'm not like a
Like
like,
Goose Goose
let's
Duck
game
was
with
better
friends
anyway.
person, like,
Or Duck Duck Goose.
I
I
I'm
don't
just I thought it was Goose Goose Duck.
I don't know, but I routinely call it backwards something else, so I can't remember what its actual name is. I think I routinely call it Duck Duck Goose, which means it's probably Goose Goose Duck,
Yes.
I think. Anyway, no, the point is, like, you got this guy who rightfully is pointing out, it's like, I pay for this service so I can get GBA stuff, and you guys haven't updated it in like years. What the
Yeah.
fuck? And then you've got this idiot here, it's like, well, it gives everyone access. And it's like, yeah, and you still have to pay for the same fucking thing here because no matter how you go about it, if you want to use that online features, you have to pay them for it, which then automatically gives you access to what this guy was talking about.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, they're one and the same. And then you got this guy here is like, just say you're broke. It's like, no, trust me, I'm not broke. I pay for the internet thing for my Switch, mind you, the family version of it,
Oof.
because unlike other systems, they actually offer a family version, which
Oh, that's
technically is cheaper than buying it for 3 or 4 people.
yeah, that's true.
Okay, and when you got a family that's like 5 people strong or more,
Mhm.
um, paying 50 some bucks for that is a hell of a lot cheaper than trying to pay, $40 per person.
Yeah, I yeah, it's just it's not cool to me.
But anyway, it's just like I saw this today and was like, Nintendo's being Nintendo. This is bullshit. Like, this is just why this should not be a thing, guys. We should not be putting up with this. You people should not be buying this, and they're going to. They're
Yeah,
going to, just like they bought all the Switch 2s when they first released. And they're going to buy this because Nintendo, or because the Pokemon fans are just like that. So,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
I mean,
Anyway,
again, like, just because you can doesn't mean that you should, because the thing is that it just kind of it sours people on your company, like, there's still something to reputation, and they think that just because, "Oh, well, we put out the games that you like a lot." I'm like, "Yeah, but we also kinda hate you because you're jerks, and you're mean, and you're always trying to nickel and dime us." So, yeah, there's not a whole lot of, goodwill towards you guys. Unlike, Team Cherry, even though their game
mhm.
is for masochists. Um, Dude, seriously, I'm watching this one guy play through, and he just keeps raging, and I'm like, "I feel you, buddy. I feel you." I mean, even
Yeah.
Chad had trouble with that game. That was a hard game, and, yeah, but they could have sold that game for so much because, Hollow Knight was such a success, but they
Mhm.
chose to sell it for just $20, and it's a huge game. It's ridiculous.
I mean, heck,
Expedition 33. Hmm?
people wanted to give Larian Studios more money for
Mhm,
Baldur's Gate 3 when it first came out too.
mhm.
I mean, it's like if you make a good game, people will bend over backwards to pay you more money if they could. Uh, and I mean, these are good Pokemon games. I'm not gonna like knock it or anything. Fire Red and Leaf Green were great games back in the day when they came out back in 22 years ago.
Mhm.
Uh, but as for today, they're not $20 games today. They're
Hmm.
not. I'm sorry. Even if
No.
you did give them their online functionality back, which I'm sure is the entire justification for their price,
Mhm.
they should be on the GBA emulator thing that everyone has access to anyway
Yeah.
for free. I'm sorry. It's a 22-year-old game at this point, and I'm pretty sure like Pokemon Card, the card game or something, was on the Game Boy emulator, the Game Boy Color emulator already. You might as well just put some of the Pokemon games on it too if they're not already there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It sets such a bad taste in everyone's mouth. Like, I have a Nintendo Switch, which I didn't buy, but it was bought for me. I like it, it's fine, it's a perfectly fine system, but the thing is that I'm just like, I don't want to. Like, even when playing on my Switch and I'm like, "Oh, you know what? I could just buy another game. I'm bored, I wanna just go to the shop." I'm not gonna do it now because I'm mad at Nintendo because I know that they're always trying to gyp me in some way, shape, or form.
I mean, as
And
long as what you're trying to play isn't Zelda, you could probably buy it elsewhere.
yeah, I know.
Because
Uh,
that's gonna suck when they come out with the next Zelda
it
and it's
is
on the Switch 2